Well, hello everyone. Here's the update for the week of September 13th. Today is September 17th, Thursday, September 17th, and I want you to note the different day that we're sharing this update with you. What normally takes place on Wednesdays, we are shifting to Thursdays. So beginning today, the week dates will always come out on Thursdays. So please be aware of that and help us spread the word. A number of things that I would like to share with you, things that are upcoming, things that have already begun, but we just want to make sure everyone's aware of that. And first of all, let me just start with Bible studies. Of course, we have two adult Bible studies that have been meeting for a number of weeks now, and they are being led by two of our men in our church. Bob Parsons is leading one of them, and Scott Roberts is leading the other. We appreciate these two men and their faithful service and leading those classes each Sunday online. We have Bible study groups that have begun to meet once again, as well as a new group that will begin meeting this Sunday. The men's Bible study group met for the first time this past Monday evening. We hadn't met in 6 months, and we began our meetings this past Monday evening, and we'll meet again September 28th at 7 p.m. in the MAC. That's Monday, September 28th. So be aware of that. Any man that would like to be a part of that. We encourage all high school students, high school males, and adult males just to join us for that time of study. We also have two ladies Bible study groups that began this past Tuesday. They will meet each Tuesday. One group meets at 9 a.m. via Zoom. The other meets Tuesday evenings here at the church at 7 p.m. These groups meet weekly. These are two different groups. They're studying different materials, and so if you like to be a part of either or both, I would encourage you to contact Stephanie Hamby for all the details, and she can also give you information related to the materials that you'll need to obtain for those studies. Our children's Bible study class that began last week is continuing on this Sunday. They meet at 8:30 each Sunday morning, and so that's for all children and grade school. So I want to encourage our kids to be a part of that experience. Our students, they're going to begin meeting this Sunday morning for Bible study. That group will be meeting from 9:45 to 10:30, and they will meet in the MAC. So that's all students, 7th through 12th. This study begins 9:45 to 10:30 this Sunday in the MAC. This is the final Sunday to register for the marriage event, which takes place September 27th. You can sign up at the welcome counter in the lobby. This event is for all married and engaged couples. Now, when I say all married couples, that is exactly what I mean, all. This event is for newly married, the seasoned, the well-established, those who've been married for just a few months, and those who've been married, say, for 60 years or more, and every couple in between. It's for every couple. So we want to encourage you to consider being a part of this event. There is a $15 fee for every couple. You can attend the event at the church, or you can register to view the event online. Now, the simulcast, it begins at 6 p.m. on that Saturday evening, and it will conclude at 9 p.m. that evening. If you have questions related to this marriage event, you can also contact Stephanie, and she will be glad to answer any questions you might have related to this event. We have a new opportunity to serve. It's something we've been involved in for many, many years. It's the Link Meal. We have an opportunity to serve those in our community who are in need of a meal. It takes place for us October 1st. Now, due to the guidelines and restrictions in place due to the pandemic, adjustments, of course, have been made regarding the meal. So you can go to our church website, or you can go to the welcome counter in the lobby, and you can sign up to provide the food that is needed. Sign up begins this Sunday morning, so please be aware of that. Another option available for us when it comes to worship, in addition to the two worship services in the building, one at 8:30, of course, and one at 11 o'clock, and then, of course, the live stream of each service through our YouTube channel, we have another option. You can come to the church parking lot, remain in your car, tune your radio to 93.7 on your FM dial, and you can listen to the service right there. You don't have to get out of your car. So if you're feeling at this point you still are not comfortable with coming into the building, but you want to experience it In that manner, just tune to 93.7 on your FM dial, and you can listen to the service. If you want to view the sermon slides as you listen, you can go to YouVersion Live. And while you listen in your car, you have the slides there to follow along. All the sermon points are there before you. If you have any questions regarding this new option, you can just simply contact the church office and we will answer any questions that you might have. Finally, in regards to updates, it's not an update, but more of just I want to share my feelings towards you. This past Sunday, I was completely surprised by the outpouring of love that was extended to me by this church family. I have always appreciated the many ways that this church family has loved and encouraged not just me, but my entire family. For 35 years, I've had the privilege of serving at First Southern, and it truly is a blessing to serve and to be a part of this family. And I am grateful for the beautiful gift that I received, the cards, the poster, the kind words, the waves, and of course the horn honking that was taking place. Someone wrote, "We want another 35 years. Well, I'm not sure that will happen, but I am certain that God led us here 35 years ago, and He's not calling us elsewhere. And so until He says it's time, we will continue to serve, to share, to lead, and to love this wonderful family. And I thank you for loving us and for investing your lives into us. And we love you and appreciate you. We are grateful for you." I want to close out our time together just with something to consider. I'd like to read to you a couple of New Testament passages that speak to relationships. The first is recorded in the Gospel of Luke. Reading it from the New Living Translation, in Luke chapter 6, beginning with verse 27, it says, "But to you who are willing to listen, I say, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who hurt you. If someone slams you on one cheek, offer the other cheek also. If someone demands your coat, offer your shirt also. Give to another who asks, and when things are taken away from you, don't try to get them back. Do to others as you would like them do to you." And then the other passage that I'd like to share with you is found in 1 Peter chapter 2, one verse from 1 Peter chapter 2, and it's verse 17, where it says, "Respect everyone and love the family of believers. Fear God and respect the king." Now, each of these passages, I think, speak to the way that we are to treat other people, whether it be an enemy or a fellow believer. In the Luke passage, I want to key in on one verse where it simply says, "Do to others as you would like them do to you." As I read this verse and I began to ponder what was being said, many things began to run through my mind. First of all, the condition of our country. Our nation is filled with so much hate. There's fighting, and there's protesting, and there's anger, and there's yelling, and there's screaming, and there's belittling of one another. And everywhere we turn, these things are taking place. There's not a lot of love and encouragement being expressed. But secondly, my mind went to the political climate we are living under. There are so many people at odds with each other. The thinking among many is simply this: it's my way or the highway. There is no working together, no willingness to see things from a different perspective. Certainly no respect towards each other. And once again, there's the fighting, and there's the anger, and there's the yelling and screaming and attacking each other, whether it's face to face or through social media. And this isn't just happening in Washington, D.C. amongst the politicians. It's happening everywhere, in cities all across our country, within families, amongst Christians, in churches, all across social media, all over the newsprint. There doesn't seem to be much working together taking place. And then as I continued to think about these passages, I thought about my own family. Well, we aren't fighting. We care about each other. We aren't angry at each other. We love each other. We're there for each other. I'm grateful for my family. However, I thought about an area that I need to be better at, me personally, an area that I need to improve upon. In Luke 6, it says, do to others as you would have them do to you. And here's what hit me. My wife is my greatest encourager. I share that with numerous people. I share that with young couples in pre-marriage counseling. I share that with people that I have interaction with all the time about how Becky is my biggest encourager. She encourages me all the time. For 38 years, Becky has encouraged me. But she also serves me well. Time and again, Becky does things for me, setting her needs aside for me. Not that she needs to, or that I expect this of her, but she serves me and our family out of her love for each of us. Becky is outstanding at serving me and our family. But the question I ask myself is, how do I serve her? And a follow-up question is, how can I do a better job of serving my wife? I am often guilty of taking those closest to us for granted. We just expect them to be there for us. We take what they do for us for granted. And I know I've been guilty of taking my wife's service for granted. I don't do it intentionally. But I need to do a better job of showing her and those closest to me that I appreciate them. To be an encourager. Not just say I want to be, but be one. I need to serve my wife much better than I do. I need to be more conscientious of her service. How can I serve her today and every day? And as I allow those questions to run through my mind, not just allow them just to remain there, but to begin to take action. Hopefully, I will seize the opportunities I have daily to serve my wife and others. I believe that as I think about this, I believe we may be onto something that would be beneficial to all. How about each of us taking a moment to think of someone that we can serve today and every day that follows? It might be someone in your home. It might be your parent. It might be your child. It might be your spouse. It might be an acquaintance. It might be someone that you don't even know, maybe a total stranger. Students, you're back to school. It might be a teacher or classmate. Adults, maybe it's your boss or your coworker. It might be the person who has a different belief system than what you hold to. Maybe it's an essential worker or a member of law enforcement. There is someone in our lives each and every day that we could serve. And if we all took it upon ourselves to serve at least one person a day, maybe our example would spur others on to serve another person. Rather than expecting someone to serve them, they serve another person. Maybe that would cause an end to all the hatred, to the fighting, to the yelling and screaming, to the belittling. As we serve another human being, we will begin to live out the instructions that are found in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17, which simply speaks to show proper respect to everyone. Not just some, not just those who are like you, who agree with you. Show proper respect to everyone. And maybe this will be the start of something beautiful. And an end to all of that hatred, that fighting, that protesting, that screaming and yelling, the anger that fills the hearts of many people today. So here's my challenge to each of us, to you and to me. Serve someone today. Serve someone tomorrow. And serve someone each and every day that follows. I hope as you accept my serve someone challenge that you'll notice a difference in yourself and maybe a difference in those relationships that you're a part of. As you accept my serve someone challenge, let me know how it's going. I'd like to hear your story. I'd like to hear how it all came about and what's taken place since then. Have a great day. Go serve someone. And one way you can serve another person is by inviting them to church. Invite someone to join you for church this Sunday. And another way is just simply sharing Jesus with them. I'll see you Sunday. Until then, have a great day. Have a great week.